Hi everyone, it's Gene, or you can call me Rylan, of artandappetite.com. I'm 23 years old, and I've been growing vegetables in my Las Vegas backyard for a little over a year now. Excuse the firecrackers, it's July 4th, and speaking of that, happy 4th of July everyone. Let's go ahead and show you my garden. So this will be my first video of my garden. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I'll try my best. So this is what my garden looks like. I started with 3 raised beds, and from 3 it became 4, and it became 8, and this year I expanded it to 350%. So let's see what I'm growing. In front of me is a jujube tree. I'm not sure which variety it is, but I believe it's a smaller one, the one that bears small fruits. I will transplant this to a bigger raised bed next year. Maybe I'll just have to add an additional 8 inches on top of this. Next to it are black chili plants. It hasn't produced any fruits yet for me. Hopefully it will soon. And over here is an eggplant grafted onto a pepper plant. And over here are my citrus in pots. This one's a Eureka, sweet lime, Nagami kumquat, and some variegated pink lemonade. And over here is my grapevine. This is, I'm not sure what variety. It's some type of a green grapevine. That's what the guy told me. In front of it are my pepper plants, and behind are bitter melon. And over here is my pineapple guava. I planted 3 of these last year. 2 died, and now I have this. It's defoliating. I'm not sure why. It could be the drought, or it could be the sunburn. It did produce flowers this year, but it all dropped. So I'm not sure what it's going to do next year. And next to it are my dragon fruit cuttings, and they're growing well. I planted about, I think, a dozen of it, and only 2 grew shoots, and the rest are still the same. And here's some tree collards that I rooted. Here's a calamondin citrus tree, and here's another grapevine. It's flame seedless grapevine. It's growing against a retaining wall. It's supported by paper clips. This is Steve Harpster's method. Thanks, Steve, for sharing that with me. Hopefully next year it will grow on top of this shade structure, so that will shade my berries under. And let me show you my berry patch. My small berry patch. Here are blueberries. I planted about 20 blueberries already, and I only have 6 left. I keep replacing them. There's southern high bush varieties, there's northern, and there's also rabbit eye varieties. Over here is a pink lemonade one, and I think this is growing best of all. It actually bears pink blueberries, so I guess you call it pink berries. And on this side are my blackberries. Here's a black satin blackberries. As you can see, it's producing fruit. And over here is a golden raspberry, and that's a Prime Arc 45 blackberry. I think that is doing well. It does have thorns though. That's an Apache, which is not growing at all. And here's another black satin. and I planted about 4 varieties of strawberries. I did lose one. I don't expect to get a lot of berries from here. I just try to grow it for fun. And over here, I did grow some more seedlings. These are Taiwanese melons. I know it's late, but I have this space, so I'm trying to grow it for fun. And on this side is my pomegranate bush. This is its second, I think it's not second year now. Well, it's been a year old, I guess, but I planted this last spring, and it did grow several fruits, and some of them are cracking, and I'm not sure why. Let me show you one. Maybe it's the drought because I forgot to water them one time. They are in drip irrigation. However, I do water them every 3 days by hand. Below it is a rosemary, and here are some melons. That's a honeydew. Over here is a chameleon melon, and over here is another honeydew. And as you can see, I'm getting some fruits. About 3 over there. I think I have 4 right now, or probably 5. And in between are some pea eggplants. Those are actually eggplants that are the size of a pea. It's really cool, and I started this from seeds actually. On this side, we have my guavas. Other than the pineapple guava that I'm growing tropical guava, and these are not true guavas. They're Cattley, I'm not sure how you say it, guavas, lemon, and strawberry guava. And behind it is the Casa Banana. And on this side is the tropical guavas. That's the pink tropical guava, and that's the red Malaysian guava. And on the trellis are Malabar spinach. I have this trellis behind the guavas, so in case they need frost protection, I can drape something on top of it, behind it, and then drape it over the guavas. So I may need it or not, but I just did it for just in case. And on this side, we got a cherimoya. It's doing fine. And over here we have okahijiki. Don't confuse it with this plant. It looks the same, but it's different. They also call it land seaweed. They're supposed to be salty, but I tried it. It was kind of bland. I'm not sure if it's not mature yet or I'm doing something wrong. Hopefully it grows well. From this side you can see my L-shaped raised beds. The L-shaped beds are all peppers and marigolds. I planted about 30 varieties of peppers, and there's about 100 pepper plants in the garden. Let me see a better view. There. And in between are some basil plants. I planted about 8 varieties of basil. There's 14 basils in this bed. There's what is this? Pesto perpetuo, there's Greek, there's lemon, there's boxwood, there's cinnamon, that's Genovese, that's dark opal, Thai basil, and some more pepper plants behind. And over here, I noticed that this is shaded. It's not growing a lot of peppers, but the leaves are really big compared to the ones that are not shaded. I'm not sure why. And over here are my mint beds. There's 6 varieties of mints. There's Yerba Buena, apple mint, orange mint, chocolate mint, candy mint, and I'm not sure what this one is. If the tag is probably hidden. And some goji berries. These goji berries are given to me by my sister. She gave it to me before she moved to the Philippines. One of them is flowering, but it's not producing fruit yet. And that's a loquat tree that my friend Uriel inspired me to grow. Over here are my chives, walking onions, Egyptian walking onions. I actually gave a bunch to John Kohler, that's Japanese leeks, and some of your ordinary spring onions. I planted some jokba, the Korean kinda green onions, but I transferred them in pots. I'm not sure if it was growing because of the heat. And over here are my pepper plants. On this bed, this is a 6 by 2.5 feet bed, and there's 18 pepper plants in there. I know it's packed, but it's doing well for me. That one's about 3.5 feet tall, I would say. I did some testing on this one. This side has great white. No, this side has Mycos. This one has great white, and this one has green grow. And I don't see a difference. They're all doing well. So I guess you should put mycorrhiza on your plants. And here are some eggplants. There's 12, 13, 14, 15 plants on this bed. I know it's really packed, but as you can see, they are doing well. Here are some white eggplants. Also have some black beauty, and that one's striped. Let me show you my peppers. There's a lot of fruit going on. I just harvested some a couple of days ago, and they're still producing even with this heat. Some eggplants and some more pepper plants. Again, the yield is a lot. There's a lot of peppers in here. Some peppercini. I believe that's Thai. Different ones. And here's some more eggplants. And I believe this one is either pink tongue or Oriental Princess. That's a different one from that one. And I also have tomatoes with big leaves. No, just kidding. Those are actually eggplants. Orange eggplants. I'm not kidding. Look at the leaves. It's huge. Eggplant leaves. Orange eggplants. Really cool, I think. What else do we have in here? Some more eggplants. And over here are my melons. These are Korean melons. I love these melons. These are my favorite. Some more melons. There's Kiwano melons in there too. And chameleon melons. The Kiwano horn melons. Here is an apple tree. It's Golden Delicious apple. Here's a fig. I believe that's blackjack. There's an eggplant under. And that's another fig, Cadota. There's fruits forming. There's eggplants and some mini white cucumbers. Let me show you my cucumber trellis. There's 3 varieties of cucumber and a horn melon on the far right. There's Armenian cucumber, yellow cucumber, yellow lemon cucumber, and white lightning, I believe, or something white something. And here's a tree collard. John's great grandchildren. Jason actually gave this to me when it was really tiny. It was this size last year, I guess. It's that small. And now it's this huge. And that's another guava. It's a Mexican cream guava. And over here is another tree collard and some pear tree on this corner. I know it's packed, but when I do move, I plan to transplant them in the ground or somewhere else. And I don't know what plant is this. I believe it's a Barbados cherry. I got it and the lady didn't know what it was, but said it bears, small guava-like fruits. I mean, I can't wait to see the fruits. And I believe that's a 20th century pear, and this one is a Shinseki pear. And some sweet marjoram. I actually pulled this from my herb bed because they tasted like soap, and they were in pots for the longest time, so I just planted them in there. Some chives. Here's my herb bed. As you can see, there's 14 herbs. There's 13 kinds. This one is a variegated oregano, German thyme, Greek oregano, lemon thyme, Italian oregano, lime thyme, hot and spicy oregano. This is actually really spicy. Some common sage, chamomile, what is this? Stevia. Some lemon verbena, another stevia, winter savory, summer savory, and pineapple sage. And here is another cucumber trellis, same one as the other. There's more onion chives in there, and it's flowering. This is another tree collard, probably about 5.5 foot tall. And what else do we got here? That's it. So here is my garden. Let me do a last round so I can document this and see the progress in a few months. Because I'm always out in my garden 4 hours a day and I can't really tell if it's growing or not. But obviously they are. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thanks, guys.